Hey there, thrill seekers and amateur paranormal investigators. Welcome back to the channel where we get way too excited about all things spooky. Today we are diving into the world of real-life games that are guaranteed to give you nightmares, or at least make you question your life's choices. This video is purely for entertainment purposes, and we do not recommend you play them at home. Buckle up. Grab some sage, because we are about to go over some of the scariest real-life games that you can play. And yes, it's a totally good idea, because what could go wrong? The Ouija Board. The quintessential device for channeling your inner ghost whisperer. Because clearly, if anyone is going to understand what a centuries-old spirit has to say, it's going to be you and your friends who can't agree on where to order pizza from. First, find a spot for your board. Once you dust it off, gather your bravest friends. Yes, you need at least 2 people. This isn't a solo seance. Ghost like an audience. Next, place the planchet over the letter G. Why? Because G is obviously the starting point for the greatest ghostly conversation. Everyone should lightly touch the planchet. Now start asking questions. Keep it simple, like, is anyone there? If you're lucky, the planchet's going to slide around like it's on roller skates, answering your most profound inquiries. To wrap things up, say goodbye and remove your hands. Personally, the only thing I find scary about an Ouija board is finding out how little your friends trust you. You're moving it. No, you're moving it. The Midnight Man game. Designed for those who find standard horror movies just too boring. Here's how you can summon your own spooky entity, proving once and for all that you really do have way too much time on your hands. First, you'll need to assemble a few friends who clearly haven't learned that any game involving blood and a midnight ritual is probably a bad idea. Write your names on a piece of paper. Next, perform a DIY bloodletting. Don't worry, just a little poke should suffice. You just need a drop of blood where you wrote your name down. Just enough to make you wonder, why didn't you stick to playing board games? Now place your paper by the front door and light a candle. Oh, and make sure you bring an extra lighter, because the thrill of the game obviously hinges on the quality of your lighting. Knock on the door 22 times. Because 21 is too easy and 23 is just a little overachieving. The 22nd knock has to happen precisely at midnight, because apparently the Midnight Man is a stickler for punctuation. Blow out your candle, then immediately relight it. Now the real fun begins as you wander around your house with a lit candle. Do not burn your house down. The goal is to avoid the Midnight Man until 3:30 a.m. Which, by the way, that's when he graciously decides to call it a night. It's like a ghostly curfew. If your candle goes out, you have 10 seconds to relight it. He's behind me, isn't he? If you don't relight it in time, you'll need to encircle yourself in salt. Nothing says game night like drawing a protective circle of seasoning around yourself. If you fail to get the salt in place, the Midnight Man will attack you. No supernatural being with their salt, see what I did there, would miss a chance to pounce on someone who can't manage basic home safety procedures. Blody Mary, the game that most of us have already played at one point in our life. But did you do it right? First, head into a bathroom. Make sure the door is firmly closed behind you. We wouldn't want any nosy onlookers to interfere with your quest for a spectral encounter. It's just you and the darkness now. Next, light a candle. Nothing screams "I'm totally serious about this" like a flickering wax stick. Place the candle in front of the mirror. No, not next to the sink or on the toilet, right in front of the mirror. Remember, you're alone. If anyone tries to join you, they may ruin this. Look into the mirror and utter Blody Mary 3 times. Speak slowly and clearly. After all, you wouldn't want to miss out on a chilling encounter with a ghost because of mumbling. Stare straight into the mirror for several minutes. If she doesn't make an appearance, clearly she's busy. You can just say Candyman. There's so many other ones. It's all the same thing. Step 5. Blow out the candle. Because nothing says goodbye like snuffing out the light source. The Three Kings. A game for those who love their evenings served with a side of existential dread. Let's dive into this thrilling world of ritualistic shenanigans. You'll need to follow these rules with the same precision as a Swiss watchmaker. In your chosen room, position one chair facing north. Place the other 2 chairs facing your chair, in arm's length away, of course. Because who doesn't love their personal space? Now strap mirrors on these 2 side chairs. Aim them so that you can see your reflection without having to make an actual effort. Place a fan behind your chair and set it to medium. Nothing says I'm ready like a gentle breeze. Grab an LED flickering candle. Not a real candle. Lighting your house on fire is not part of the game rulebook. With the lights off, leave the room open and head to bed. Set an alarm for 3:30 a.m. Yes, because waking up at the ungodly hour of 3:30 a.m. is the perfect way to start this existential horror game. Snuggle up with your personal object of your choosing. Hopefully it's something with an emotional value. You'll really want to cling to it once the chaotic circus begins. When your alarm clock goes off, grab your LED candle and sprint back to the ritual room within 3 short minutes. Close the door behind you and settle in your chair. Set your phone alarm for an hour and pocket it. Counting seconds in a room full of mirrors is just too mainstream. Whatever you do, do not, under any circumstance, look directly into the mirrors. Just don't. It's the game's equivalent of a do not enter sign. Start asking questions out loud. The Kings are apparently chatty, so be prepared for a conversation that may either delight you or confirm your worst fears. And remember, no matter how unsettling or confusing their responses may be, keep looking forward. When your hour is up, stand, turn off your LED candle, and exit the room to signify that, yes, you've concluded the bizarre midnight rendezvous. Charlie Challenge. Because clearly the universe decided we needed a spooky game that involves nothing more terrifying than a couple of pencils and a piece of paper. First things first, grab a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be fresh from the printer or anything, just a simple sheet. Channel your inner elementary school artist and draw 4 boxes on it. Who needs straight lines when you can have charming wibbly wobbly ones? Next up, it's time for labeling. This is where you get to show off your creativity, or lack thereof. You can stick with the classic yes or no, if you're feeling conventional, or mix things up with a maybe and ask again later. Remember, Charlie's ghost doesn't care about formalities, he's just along for the ride. Now grab 2 pencils, balance one pencil on top of the other in the center of the paper, align them with the cross you drew. If you manage to balance them without a catastrophic pencil avalanche, then give yourself a pat on the back. If they tumble over, well then maybe Charlie just isn't ready to play. Time to summon Charlie. Ask, Charlie, are you there? If the top pencil moves, congratulations. You've contacted a ghost with a fondness for stationery. If it doesn't, don't be too disappointed. Charlie might just be busy binge watching YouTube videos. Assuming the pencils do their thing and move, it's time to ask your questions. Make sure to project so Charlie doesn't misinterpret, will I ever find true love, as, do you like paper? Keep your eyes glued to the balanced pencil. If it points to yes, great, Charlie is on your side. If it points to no, then don't worry, he's probably just having a rough day. The elevator game. If your average boring elevator ride isn't dangerous enough for you, here's how you spice up your life with a heaping dose of dread. First, grab your bravest friends, or just hang out in the elevator by yourself. But remember, it's vital that no outsiders join you on your impromptu paranormal joyride. If someone so much as looks at you with curiosity, just sigh and dramatically say, I'm sorry, I'm about to engage in life-threatening activities. No room for spectators. Now press the elevator buttons. Here's the sequence. 4th floor, 2nd floor, 6th floor, 2nd floor, 10th floor, and finally 5th floor. Exactly like a bad soap opera. Repetitive and very little plot development. But wait, the fun's about to begin. On the 5th floor, you may meet a mysterious woman. If she appears, make sure not to engage. Avoid eye contact. Just like you do with the person who's talking loudly on the phone next to you in a coffee shop. Engaging with her could mean you never return to the real world. Basically, it's the ultimate escape from your obligations with nightmarish consequences. Now, if the elevator functions normally, which it might, no guarantees here, it will take you to the 1st floor. At this point, congratulations, you just won the basic elevator ride challenge. Leap out like you just dodged a bullet and don't look back. However, if the elevator starts its magical mystery tour upwards instead of down, you're officially in another world. Just like the tourist trap you read about in those creepy stories, you'll find yourself in a landscape that's eerily different. Maybe it's darker and possibly devoid of power. Some have reported red crosses in the distance. So either you're in a new dimension or the building you're in is about to become condemned. When you're ready to come back, find the same elevator. Once you're back in it, repeat the exact sequence from before. 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. Then hit the button for the 1st floor. So there you have it. Some real-life scary games that are guaranteed to make you question your life's choices. Remember, this video is purely for entertainment purposes, and we do not recommend you play them at home. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click that notification bell for more creepy content. And remember, if something goes bump in the night, it's probably just a bad decision catching up with you.